Hey guys, today we're learning how to play You Ain't Alone by Album Shakes, and it sounds like this. Hey guys, my name's Franco from Your Guitar Academy, and on this You Ain't Alone guitar lesson we'll be looking at all the different parts for this beautiful song that I love. Before we dive in, remember to like and subscribe to our channel, as well as click the link below to see a full write-up for this lesson. Cool, so let's dive in. First of all, you need to know that this song is in 6/8. The time signature of that song is 6/8, which means that basically, some teachers are going to hate me if I say that, but basically you count to 6 instead of 4. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And my right hand, instead of doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to do a downstroke on all the numbers I'm saying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the foundation of it. Right, let's move on to the intro. The first chord we need to play is an F major, played with a bar chord, an A-shaped bar chord, starting on fret number 8 of the A string. That's the shape he's playing, the guitar player, can't remember his name, but it's brilliant. So what I'm doing is I'm strumming it super slowly and softly. It's almost an arpeggio on F major. I'm playing the A string, the D string, the G string, and the B string, very softly. And then the piano is taking over and playing a G major. But what you could do is you could play it on the guitar, just sliding that shape higher 2 frets and doing the same thing again. And that's the intro of the song. Then we move on to the verse. So the verse is super interesting. Remember, we're in 6/8, so we're going to count to 6 every time. So I'm playing C major, then C7, F and G. So C major, I'm going to play it that way. So essentially what I'm doing, that shape it looks pretty weird, but it's basically this, which is also this. So I'm basically playing an E major bar chord, starting on fret number 8. But I'm getting rid of the 5th on the A string. If you don't know what that means, don't worry, it just means that I'm not playing the A string. Just so it can sound a little bit softer. That's my C major. Then C7, my first finger is going to go and bar on fret number 8 the D string. But everything else is remaining the same. Then I've got F major, same shape as we did on the intro. The A-shaped bar chord on fret number 8, and G major, same thing as the intro. So 2 frets higher than F. That's the 4 shapes we need to play pretty much the whole song. And the rhythm goes like this. So I'm playing 1 bar on each chord. So 1 bar is 6 8 beats, 8 notes, sorry. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's 1 bar. And what I'm doing is I'm strumming very softly beat number 1, and strumming a lot quicker and harder beat number 4. That's where I want to put my accent. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty much it. If you do that, it's going to sound really cool, and the shapes sound really nice up there. You could also not play beat number 1. That's actually what they're doing on the recording, and just play beat number 4. But if you're on your own, it might sound just a bit empty. If I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you're playing by yourself, just play beat number 1, just strum it softly. It sounds really nice. At the end of the verse, we're staying on C, and we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm doing is I'm staying on C major the whole time for 2 bars, and I'm strumming quickly on beat number 1 and quickly on beat number 4. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. But on the last one, what I'm doing is I'm adding my 4th finger on the 10th fret of the B string, and I'm just strumming up, picking up, and I'm picking the B string, the G string, and the D string. So it would go like that if I do it from the top of that end of the verse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's the end of the transition we've got. Then we move on to the third part of the song, which is the chorus. The chorus starts on F major, still the same shape as before. We're going to keep the same chords, the same transitions, but this time we're just playing picking, and we're just doing arpeggios on these chords. I thought about teaching that song just because of that bit, honestly, because this is typical on a 6/8 song, so it's really useful. What I'm doing is, I'm going to do that. It's going to sound like this. So what I'm doing is on F major, I'm going down on each string, starting from the A string, until I reach the B string, so A, D, G, B. And once I reach B, I'm going to go back up 2 strings, G, D. So down, 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 up, up, up. It's super common on these kind of songs, on these slow 6/8 songs. It's really useful to learn that. I'll do it again on F major, A, D, G, B, D. Sorry about that. A, D, G, B, G, D. Completely dyslexic, that's really hard for me. Then I move on to the next shape, and I keep exactly the same picking pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still playing the same strings. I'm moving on to C and C7. Of course, we're not playing the A string anymore, so it might sound a little bit different, and we're not picking the same strings, but the movement we're doing with the right hand is still the same. So this time I'm doing the strings D, G, B, E, B, G. Same thing on C7, D, G, B, E, B, G. I'm still doing down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, up, up. And I'm playing on each number I'm saying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So let's put everything together. We've got F major, G, C, C7. And that bit is a little bit quieter, so I'm not playing the root note on C and C7, not on the low E string at least. I don't need it. But that's pretty much it for the whole chorus. At the end of the chorus though, there's a really big transition that is super interesting. It goes like this. Right, so it's not that difficult if you know your bar chords. What I'm doing is only bar chords, only the same shape, so it's the E shape, the E major shape bar chord. I'm starting on fret number 1, which is F. I'm playing it for 3 beats, so 1, 2, 3. Then I'm moving on a fret higher, and I'll do the same thing on F sharp. 1, 2, 3. A fret higher, doing the same thing on G. 1, 2, 3. A fret higher again, doing the same thing on A flat. 1, 2, 3. A fret higher, doing the same thing on A. But this one, I'm going to keep it ringing for the 3 beats. Right? So let's do it from the top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? So the A major, I'm keeping a hold on it the whole time, but it sounds really nice when you're listening to the track. They are actually doing that. It sounds really cool. One more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? After that, basically, each downstroke that you're going to do, you're going to go up a fret. That's it. And you start from A major. So 1. So I'm doing A, B flat, B, C. Now, please don't hate me, but the way I play bar chords is with the thumb on the low E string. So I'm going to do the same thing with that shape that I like a lot better. So F, F sharp, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, C. And C is there for a long, long time if you listen to the track. So you just hold on to that one as well. Right, one more time. Cool, and that's the end of the chorus. Then we move on to the outro of the song, which is by far my favorite part of the song. The chords we're playing are C, B flat, F and C. So I'm going to kick the distortion on. So I'm going to play C as we did before, so fret number 8. Okay, then B flat, I'm going to keep the same shape and go lower 2 frets. F, same shape again, but this time starting on fret number 1. And back to C. And then we start the whole loop again, C, B flat, F, and C. And it goes on and on. Now, the way it works is we're going to play one bar on each of them, sorry about that. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we start again, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you may hear that the guitar player is actually doing some licks in between these chords. I'm going to mention something some beginners might not know about. It's fine if you don't, you can still learn it. But he's basically using the cage system to improvise and to play those licks on each of the shapes we're going through right now. If you don't know what the caged system is, don't worry, it's going to change your life later on, but you've got some journey to go through. It's fine. Now, the first shape we've got is C major. What he's going to do after that C major, he's going to go probably with the 3rd finger on the low E string, fret number 10. It's going to slide to fret number 12. Then play fret number 10 of the A string. And back to fret number 12 on the low E string. So we've got, okay, 10 to 12, 10, 12. Adding a bit of vibrato there. And the rhythm goes C first of all, C. Strummed for half the bar, so 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm playing 4 with the slide, and 6, and on fret number 10 of the A string, and 6 to finish with on fret number 12 of the low E string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's the first lick. Second lick we're doing, we move on to B flat. We play the chord for 3 beats as well. 1, 2, 3. So basically we're just transposing the same thing up, but the rhythm is slightly different. The first one we had. Second one. The rhythm is B flat for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The frets I'm playing, again, is just the same thing as we did on C, just 2 frets lower, but if you're confused about it, I go fret number 8 to 10, then fret number 8 with the first finger on the A string and back to 10 on the low E string. And the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm playing one note on each beat at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's put the two of them together to hear the difference. We've got C major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, the next chord we've got after C and B flat is F. So remember F, we're playing it with the same shape as these two chords before, but this time we're playing it starting on fret number 1. And the rhythm is exactly the same rhythm we did on C major, the first chord we did on the outro. So it goes. And again, I'm just transposing the same lick lower. So just so you know, if you're getting confused with that, I'm starting with fret number 3 to 5 with a slide on the low E string, then first finger on the A string, fret number 3, and finishing on fret number 5 of the low E string. And the rhythm is 4, 5, and 6, exactly like we did on C major. So the whole thing on F major would be. Okay, so let's put these three chords together. C, B flat, F, and at the end of that one, there's a bit of tension. You can hear that. We release it by going back to C major. And this one, there's no lick. You can rest on that one. So let's put everything together. The whole outro. Sorry. Right, and at the end of the song, the very end of the song, she's just singing over the same chords as we've just played, but it's a lot softer, so it's exactly the same thing again. Now, to be completely honest, that song, I love it also because I teach it a lot, and it's a great introduction to the caged system. So if you've never heard of it, it might be a good first step. Also, if you're just getting into it, have a look at it. I'm sure that that outro is a lot of fun when you know what you're doing with the caged. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, bye-bye.